I was 14 miles into the workout that was supposed to prove I was ready for my marathon. I had 6 hard miles left at marathon pace, but my body had other ideas. The pace slipped, my breathing became ragged, my form completely fell apart. And then I stopped, hands on knees, head hanging, completely beaten. The uncomfortable truth is, I didn't fail because I wasn't fit. I failed because I had trained myself into the ground. And that workout taught me more about running over 40 than any successful session ever could. For the last 14 weeks, I'd been training to get close to breaking the sub 4 hours in the marathon. That means holding roughly 9 minutes and 9 seconds per mile for 26.2 miles. It's a huge goal for me. I'm in my 50s, I've got work, family, and a body that doesn't recover like it did when I was younger. But during this training block, my confidence was through the roof. I was running between 35 and 50 miles a week. I was hitting most of my target paces. I was doing the strength work. At least that's what I told myself. The workout was a 20-mile run with the final 6 miles at marathon pace, the kind of session designed to simulate the exhaustion of race day. I genuinely believe that if I nailed it, getting close to the sub 4 marathon was in the bag. I woke up feeling tired, but I ignored it. That was the first warning sign. The first few miles were fine. My legs felt heavy, but that was expected. Then I reached the marathon pace section. The first mile at 9:09 felt manageable. Not easy, but manageable. The second mile was harder than I wanted it to be. By the third mile effort, I felt more like a 10K race. My breathing was ragged, my heart rate was climbing. I was working far too hard for marathon pace. Then the pace started slipping. 9:09 became 9:20, then 9:30. Then I was running into the 9:40s. My form was a complete disaster. I was hunched over, my arms were flapping around, my legs felt like they were moving, though wet through wet cement. And inside my head, the argument started. One voice said, "Keep going, you've done the harder things than this." The other voice said, "You're a fraud, you're not ready for 4 hours." At mile 14, I stopped. Not a quick pause to adjust my watch. A full stop. Hands on knees, head hanging, spirit completely crushed. I couldn't manage another 600 meters at quality pace, never mind 6 miles. That workout had exposed me, not just my fitness, my training. Have you ever had a training session completely break you? Not one that was slightly disappointing, one where you suddenly realized your body had nothing left. If you ever had one of those workouts, tell me what happened in the comments. And if you're finding some inspiration in this story, it would mean a lot if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The first thing I realized was that I had confused being fit with being prepared. I was fit enough to complete individual runs, but I wasn't recovering well enough to complete the entire training block. There's a difference. My easy runs weren't really easy. They were the sort of runs that I could technically hold a conversation, but I was still pushing because I wanted the pace to look respectable. I was treating every run like a small test, a recovery run that was too fast, a rest day that became an extra run, a late night that I pretended didn't matter, a strength session squeezed in when I was already exhausted. The problem wasn't one reckless session, it was the accumulation of dozens of small decisions. I felt fit because I could keep going. But underneath that, I was running on borrowed energy. My body didn't fail because it was incapable, it failed because the account was already overdrawn. So, my easy days now have to become properly easy, not easy according to my ego, easy according to my heart rate, my legs, and my ability to recover. The second lesson was even more important. After 40, recovery isn't something you do after training. Recovery is part of the training. Actually, it is the training. I had started treating recovery as the reward for completing the important work. The workout mattered. The long run mattered. The strength session mattered. Sleep could wait. The approach might survive for a while, but eventually the bill arrives. and it usually arrives during the session you most need to complete. I was stacking too much fatigue together: hard running, not so easy running, strength training, work stress, poor sleep. Then I expected one key workout to tell me everything was working perfectly. It didn't. It told me I was under recovered. There's a difference between productive fatigue and being under recovered. Productive fatigue means your legs feel heavy, but you can still perform the work. Under recovery means the effort keeps rising while your performance gets worse. That was the point I'd reached. So moving forward, recovery gets treated like an appointment. Easy days stay easy. Sleep becomes a priority. And when my body gives me information, I stop treating it as an inconvenience. The hardest lesson was that my ego was involved. I wanted this training block to confirm the story I had already created. I had done everything right. I had ticked all the boxes. I had earned the Sub-4 marathon. But the marathon training doesn't work like that. It's messy, it's chaotic, and sometimes it's deeply humbling. I wanted the peak workout to end with me feeling powerful. Instead, it showed me exactly where I was vulnerable. That was painful, but it was also useful because the marathon will eventually give me a bad day. Maybe it happens at mile 18, maybe it happens at mile 22. The goal isn't to create a perfect training block where nothing goes wrong. The goal is to become better at managing the days when everything goes wrong. That failed workout was a rehearsal for that moment, not one I enjoyed, but a valuable one. Initially, I thought the workout had killed the Sub-4 dream, but when I looked at it properly, it was a diagnosis. It showed me that I didn't need to train harder, I needed to train more intelligently. Properly easy recovery runs, clear hard sessions, better sleep, less ego. The Sub-4 goal is still there. I'm just less interested in proving I'm ready for it today. I'm more interested in becoming ready when it actually counts. What's the hardest workout you've ever done? And what did it teach you? Share it in the comments below. And if you want to follow this honest, unfiltered journey towards a Sub-4, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.